Now for this first little section, we are going to be taking a look at horizontal double piston extenders, which you may be wondering why there are 3 different ones in front of us, but that is because they all use the same ratio, and that is very important. This is a fairly fundamental thing to know about in double piston extenders, and I like to call it the 2-4-0 ratio. We've got 2 ticks, 4 ticks, and no ticks, and that, as you can see, creates a very nice double piston extender. Now this one over here uses the exact same thing, except it is flush with the wall. It is slightly larger, but that is because we have to accompany for that. So as you can see, as with the first, it retracts that block back in. I'm sure you can get a good idea of how to build this from these aerial views. So this is the first one, and then this one here uses the exact same thing, but the redstone goes underneath and runs into the blocks. So then obviously when this piston is over the top of this block, it will extend.
The 2-4-0 formation would not work on Bedrock, and here is why. Because Bedrock redstone is inconsistent. Sometimes this happens. Meaning we have to give the redstone more breathing room and add more ticks. So now your formation should therefore 8-0, which should work. But if you want it flush with a wall, keep the formation of 4-8-0, but rework the 0 under the 2 pistons hooking onto the block in front of the second piston like shown.
The final design that we're going to be taking a look at in today's video is always a crowd pleaser. It is the flush with the floor vertical double piston extender, and just like the last time, we can't use the 2-4-0 circuit. Unfortunately, we're going to have to roll once again with the falling edge monostable circuit, and to do this we are going to be using some of the new-ish 1.5 features in the form of the dropper and the hopper. So as you can see, when we flick this lever, our block rises up out of the ground looking pretty fancy, and then when we flick it again, it gets retracted right the way back down. So there it is. So to build this, you want to get things started with a 4x3 area. The whole thing fits inside a 4x3x4 area, so it is pretty small, but you want to place 2 sticky pistons like that facing upwards with a block on top, then a block here with a redstone torch on the side, and your lever is going to go right there. So this here is going to be your floor level, but I wouldn't put that in just that. Just that block there is essential because obviously the torch powers it, which means that you get the double piston extension. But now you just want to place a block like this, a block here, redstone dust there, and a repeater running into that bottom piston like that. And now you should see that we actually have some of the retraction and all of the double piston extension. So all we have to do is the second block retraction to get this one down to here. And to do that final part, you want to go over to where your lever is, place a dropper facing in this direction with a hopper running into the face of it, and then any old item into there. And when you flick the lever, it will just bounce back and forth, giving a very short pulse, which is also known as a monostable circuit. Then you just want to place a block like this, a comparator, and a block. Now for those of you who are wondering what this is here, basically the comparator is going to draw output from this hopper through this block, and then it will go into this piece of redstone dust. So we should see double extension, and then we get the double retractions. Now you can fill in all of this floor here because you are all done.
Now for the vertical one. This won't work either, because you can see the bottom piston does not activate, which is obviously not good. Even if we add some redstone and an extra tick, it still doesn't work. So to do a flush and seamless vertical double piston extender, do as follows. If you want a piston that is not bulky and not seamless but is flush with the floor of fully extended, then this is the one for you, and do as I do.